A House bill relating to macadamia nut labeling requirements is moving through the Hawaiʻi State Legislature.
First up, we have the Hawaii Department of Agriculture in support.
On Wednesday, the Senate Committee on Commerce and Consumer Protection recommended the passage of HB 2278 from the language of the bill.
The legislature finds that Hawaii-grown commodities of the state are an important sector of Hawaii's economy, and the branding of these commodities is critical to protect and safeguard consumers. The macadamia nut production industry in Hawaii is one such example. According to statistics from the United States Department of Agriculture National Agricultural Statistics Service, the value of the macadamia nut crop in Hawaii in 2022 totaled $33,200,000. Accordingly, the purpose of this act is to enhance, preserve, and protect the premium brand and cachet of Hawaii-grown macadamia nuts. By clarifying the labeling requirements for macadamia nuts, including requiring the country of origin to be included on the principal display panel of a consumer package of raw or processed macadamia nuts.
Island Harvest Incorporated in support.
Before the committee voted to advance the bill, a hearing was held at the Capitol. MacNut growers painted a gloomy forecast for the industry.
The MacNut industry is in sharp decline. There continues to be misleading labeling on the shelves of supermarkets, and this is preventing Hawaii MacNut farmers from being able to distinguish their products.
We have nuts from Kenya and South Africa that are grown at half the price. We have China coming online with millions of trees over the next 5 years that are absolutely going to crash the global market for macadamia nuts. The one way that we can stand out and protect our growers here in Hawaii is through proper labeling.
For Hawaiian Host Group in opposition.
Opposition to the bill came from the Hawaiian Host Group, in business for almost 100 years and employing over 450 people. The company says future plans include a world-class macadamia processing facility in Kea'au that they say would widely benefit the industry and the community.
This bill will put local jobs at risk and hurt local businesses like ours. Yes, we can all agree that the Hawaii macadamia industry at large is facing difficult times, but the solution is not through stringent labeling. We need time to develop a plan that will increase processing capacity in Hawaii. That is what will help our industry move forward. This bill will make it more complicated and expensive for growers and processors like HHG to be able to operate in Hawaii.
Questioning came from Hawaii Island State Senator Tim Richards.
Because we've dealt with this in the cattle industry before. And I hear what you're saying, and I do understand that. That's why we tried to get at this a year ago, and I didn't get any response from your group when I was trying to work on this a year ago. And I'm not sure I agree with that, because do you believe and do you support truth in labeling?
Senator, I believe that, we are producing in Hawaii and doing our best to ensure that we are purchasing as much local macadamias as we can.
I think we need to protect our branding. Do you see a common ground or middle ground in this?
I think it requires discussion, which I know that
Which I tried to start a year ago, correct?
And I apologize, and I came to you and said that this was definitely something that we wanted to work through with the committee.
This is time sensitive because we have farmers that are on the cusp.
I guess the thing my concern is, I would share the thoughts of my good colleague here, is if the nuts of Mac nuts from China are like 2 cents a nut, and all of this is being just looked at as simply price point inventory, then I could easily see a box of your products being 100% from China. And that's kind of my concern, because if economics is the arbiter of supply, then you could have that there, that could play out, right? I mean, you could have a situation where we have 70–80% of our products are Mac nuts from overseas because it's cheaper for us to bring them in.
I understand that concern, and that is why we have been focused on trying to figure out how we can work together to build, a processing facility so we can process all of the macadamias here in Hawaii and not have them go overseas to places like China to be processed and not be clear on what is actually coming back and if they truly are Hawaiian macadamias.
I think that's something that everybody agrees on is more processing facilities for
Yeah.
these guys and a whole lot of other ag producers. But
Decision-making on the bill was held later in the day.
The recommendation on this measure is to adopt the language contained in Senate Bill 3303 SD2, which was the companion measure heard in the Senate earlier in the session, and to effect the effective date of that measure to July 1, 2040. Any discussion?
Chair,
Senator
I
McKelvey.
just want to thank you for doing that so that our colleagues' thoughts on ag can be included in the product.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Senator Richards.
Yeah, thank you. Real quick, we're working hard, and I do appreciate that. I'm going to vote with reservations, not that I disagree with the direction that we're going, but just because I want to be sure we have conversations on this and highlight that, so thank you.
So noted.
The bill will still need a hearing
There are
before
no
the
other
Senate
comments or
Committee on
questions.
Judiciary.
Vice Chair for the vote, passing with amendments. Chair votes aye.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Also.